Hey, Sarah Wells Rolland here at the Village Potters Clay Center. I am going to throw a sweet little mug with 1 pound of porcelain, and I'm going to put a thick porcelain slip on it. Let's get started. I'm going to cone it up, push it down. Cone it up, and push it down. And now I need to open it. Make sure you leave enough in the floor and that you have a nice, strong, flat floor in the bottom of your cup. We're not going to trim. This cup is going to be thrown finished and put and slip on it right on the wheel. Let me check my thickness. Perfect. About a little smidge under 1/4 of an inch. And then I use a really thin, small cutting wire. If you're using a thick cutting wire, you have to leave more clay in the bottom of your pot, right? Okay, here we go. Stands to reason. I'm bringing this clay up. If you're a beginner, remember to brace your body at all times. Your arms against your body. Up I go. Now, porcelain's very thixotropic, so you don't want to be just doing tons of pulls and adding tons of water. It will absolutely make your beautiful porcelain turn into cream cheese. All right, I'm going to pull outward a little bit, and then I'm going to come close to straight up. Yeah, that's pretty good. A little more refining of this shape. When you're going to put thick slip on your cup, it needs to be pulled pretty thin or it's going to get really heavy. Okay? All these things help you develop really great skills. Okay, here we go. Whoop. Thin that rim out just a little bit. Make sure you don't have sharp edges on your rim because you know what happens? They crack, they chip so easily. Okay, I'm gonna come up under here and undercut a little bit. I'm going to make a little wax line under there, though I'm planning on putting this into an atmospheric kiln with soda ash and wood ash. Doesn't matter, it's going to give a nice shadow under the cup. That's a pretty sweet little mug right there. Let's put some slip on it. You want to? Okay. A no trim mug, porcelain, thrown thin. Now this slip is the exact same clay body slaked down into a thick consistency. When you mix slips, specifically porcelain slips and things with water-soluble materials in them, if you make it too thin, you can't pull that water off. You have to let it evaporate off or add more clay because you mess up the recipe and it won't fit. If you don't know that there's water-soluble materials in clays, I'm telling you now, lots of clays have water-soluble materials in them. So if you pull the water off, you've just made trouble. So I want enough on there to create enough texture between the lines of my finger. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to clean it right there. And then I'm just going to take my finger and come up. See the nice line between the movement of my hand that's thick and has edges on it? That's going to make such a beautiful surface on this pot. And I love linear lines going up and down. Vertical lines, I love them a lot. Okay. Woo, this is a nice cup.